Hey guys, I'm Masterath I'm the Robot Wars Guru, and I have with me today a legend of Family Robot Wars. He's known for being incredibly short, he's also known for having one of the best Family Robot Wars series of all time, and for having an amazing gaming channel, and he was also best man at my wedding because we're such great friends. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Masterath. Welcome, good sir.
I don't know if I should feel happy or insulted. Probably a bit of both.
So, obviously you dropped the big bomb that Legends is coming back. I think we're all very excited. So I have just a few little questions for you. So, first of all, who wins the Legends title bout in Episode 3?
I can't tell you that, mate. I can remember there is a Legends match in Episode 3, but I can't tell you that.
Oh, well, okay. Let me think. Okay, what was the best Uter of the series?
Well, I can't say that either. A good magician never tells his secrets, especially before he does the act.
Right, okay, then. Let me think. Well, can you at least tell us who the Tag Team Terror Champions are at the end of the series?
No, because it's spoilers and stuff. That's Sam Elliott 64's kind of thing with new games.
Well, in that case, what can you tell me?
Well, Bolgadon shoves a robot into the sidewall so much that the wall goes careening and actually breaks my own bedroom wall. Then there's the Great Fire of Episode 62. Ooh, that's a bit of a nasty one. And Warlord became Legends Champion. And it starts on June 5th, that is.
Looking back through my past, times that felt so long ago, the carnage, the destruction, the glory. The battles were fierce, and some of us didn't make it. But they were good times. I was humbled, felled the dragons, and won championships. I may have a lot of scars, but I miss those conquests. As I stand here and now, wasting away, this was not the life that was chosen for me. I was a warrior. And I still am. I am a legend, a driving force, an agent of destruction, and I demand competition. We will not simply rust away. We will not simply die a death. We may be old, but we still have plenty left in the tank. Tonight, we make a stand. One more time.
Oh, that was a blind ever promo there, wasn't it, mate? Well, obviously that was a bit of a joke, guys. I am actually legit going to be asking some proper questions this time. But first of all, I just want to say...
I wasn't joking about Warlord becoming Legends Champion, though.
Oh, no, of course not, of course not.
Everyone wants to see it, right, don't they?
I do just want to say, though, it is good to be doing this again with you, mate. It's been a long time since you and I done a collab together. We used to do this all the fucking time, didn't we? I mean, you know... So it's nice
Honestly,
to have you back.
When it comes to me and you doing a collab, if you were to tell me that I would be doing... Yeah. If you was to tell me that I was going to be doing a collab with you in 2021, I'd go, yeah, more than likely. If you was to tell me that like 3 years ago, I was going to be doing a collab with you about the return of Masterath Robot Wars, I would be slapping you in the face right now saying, don't be so cheap. A couple of years ago.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, this is, you know, that actually leads me on to my first question, really. Why are you back? Because I've been begging you for years to come back. You guys don't actually understand how much I've harassed this guy to come back. And the answer has always been no, it's over, it's finished. I mean, you know, not counting the 15-year anniversary special you did, you know, the last proper Masterath Robot Wars series was Series 10 Endgame, which was 7 years ago now. So what made you decide to come back? I mean, was there a particular reason?
Actually, so throughout those is that it essentially became a running gag, you know, kind of like whenever I go to the pub, I'll send you a picture of me having a drink of a pint or something, you know. which I have now continuously done for a couple of years now.
Yes,
And
I still get them.
I don't know if it's gotten old with you yet.
It's great. They haven't got old with me because of COVID. All the pubs closed, and the second they opened again in Siren, literally the first day you sent me one, didn't you?
Oh yeah, I was like, I'm not going with that. Why not? But no, so it kind of started at the end of last year, and I was, being furloughed on my Larry at work. I was furloughed from work for like a month or whatever, and I was just sort of looking at, sort of like the history of videos. I very rarely do that, like the history of my videos and everything. By the time this series of Legends comes out, I'd have been making these for 14 years now. The whole channel, nearly half my life. It's
bloody hell.
It's sad in one way and accomplishing in another. But yeah, and I sort of look back through sort of MRW, specifically Legends, and I don't know, I felt nostalgic about my own stuff, which is a bit sad in a way. But yeah, in the end, it just sort of stayed there, and then it came to about December, and obviously I've moved everything now into my room. I got like a new computer and everything. I got a new desk. I got so much new stuff and everything. I got a television in my room, which isn't a big block, and all my consoles and everything else is there for me gaming channel and everything. And we were cleaning out a lot of the rooms with a skip. We got like a 12-yard skip or whatever, because everything was a tip. It was a mess. And in one of the spare rooms was the Asylum, the MRW arena. And for a fleeting about 5-10 minutes, I put it in the pile to be skipped.
Oof.
And yeah, and I was like, okay, no, I haven't done it for ages, yes, I guess I could keep it for nostalgic purposes as well, but so I popped it there, and then about 10 minutes later, I came to my senses and went, actually, do you know what? No, I best keep that. It had like 3 of the walls had come off. Only 1 wall was still standing. It was a bit of a mess, so I had to sort of rebuild it. The initial plan was only to rebuild it so I could like hang it on the wall as like a history thing of the channel and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, sure, yeah, I get that.
And yeah, after that, it got that memory of MRW just stayed there and everything. And how the community kept talking about MRW, even though, it hasn't had a full series in 7 years at that point. And, how people celebrated the 20th anniversary of MRW, and I completely forgot about it, which was awkward for me. But the fact of, the bot build Robotic Apple, they did their own sort of videos to celebrate 20 years of MRW. Then there was, obviously, you mentioning me in your Family Autos Awards response. Also, Family Autos Awards coming back. And you sending me that video of my name was in the credits with the words, "We miss you," blazoned upon my screen. But yeah, in the end, it was just like, it's nice. It's nice that it still gets talked about after so long. But it was still very much, I didn't really have any real feeling of coming back. I mean, it was there, so honestly, part of me just thought it's only a matter of time before it comes back. And yeah, it got to the point that I was furloughed again in January when we went back into lockdown. And after that, I thought, well, honestly, if I'm going to be on furlough for like 2 months or whatever, I might as well try and make another pet project. I'm not burnt out on the other channel at all, but yeah, I thought I'd try something a bit different to what I've been doing for years and years and years, and that is when I sent you the message, "I'm effing doing it."
Yes, and I tell you this much, right? This will be a laugh for quite a few people, you especially, because you know her. I believe that was quite late in the evening, and I was laid in bed with my wife, as you do in late in the evening, and I literally shouted yes.
Like...
I literally shouted yes to the point where she dropped her phone in shock.
All right.
So next time you see her, you have some explaining to do. But
oh, all right,
so,
great.
So you actually did mention a couple of new guys, and I do actually want to quickly just mention this because obviously you did say that you noticed people were mentioning it. And obviously, I mean, Family Robot Wars is almost, if not as big as it was back in the day, thanks to the reboot coming out, and of course me coming back, and Woodrow doing a series, and actually, you mentioned just now the Bot Builder, who I consider like a sort of modern version of you almost. You know, he does the awards, he's got a really good series, great commentary, etc., etc. One, were you surprised that you were remembered so well by these new guys, up and comers who would have been, like 6 back in the day? And 2, what do you think of the modern Family Robot Wars product?
So, first off, yes, kind of. It is a bit weird that it's still remembered after so long. You'd think after sort of like that amount of time, and the fact that quality's gotten a lot better with recording and everything since last time I did a series back in 2013. I mean, until what would it have been? Probably until the special, actually, the 15th anniversary special. I was still using Win Movie Mate for most of it. Yeah, which was lovely. But some of the sort of promo videos, like the scorecard and everything, where I was using Vegas, which I still use.
Yes, Vegas gang.
Vegas is great. It's cheap After Effects for people who don't want to pay for After Effects that much. But it works just as good. Honestly, it works just as well. If you don't want to do some serious video editing skills, but you just want something that's reliable and just goes, then it just works. It's the fact, because it's starting to be brought up now. I think the quality of MRW back in the day. People saying like these days, a lot of people expect Family Robot series to look like yours or Jevons or like MLU4 back in the day and everything like that.
Yeah.
Sort of very heavily edited and stuff like that. But unless you were actually in the Family Robot community back then, MRW was weekly, and there was no way that I'd be able to do like so much editing in a week. I would have burnt out even quicker then.
Yeah.
Also, I was unemployed at the time as well. I'd never had a job in my life at that point. I was like 18, 19, whatever. I just finished college. And yeah, so at the time, I literally only had what was available to me, really, at that point.
Yeah.
And yeah, the quality looks bad nowadays, but I wouldn't say it's a detriment to it. I mean, some music videos from the 70s look pretty bad these days. But
exactly, they're a time capsule of what once was. If anything, it's quite nice to look back at them. And to be honest, I just to go on a quick tangent, I think that less editing is actually quite beneficial for Family Robot Wars, simply because it means that it's more inviting. A lot of people might look at a series like mine or Jevons and think, oh my god, these are ridiculously over-the-top edited, I could never do that, and then it puts them off doing it. So it is a better thing, I think, to maybe have less editing. The only reason why I didn't mind so much is because without it would be crap.
Wrong. Your commentary has come along leaps and bounds, mate. What are you on about?
Yeah, no longer a helium voice.
Yeah, and you're not long jumping over your arena anymore.
No, I'm not. I'm never going to fucking live that down with you, am I?
No, you're not. It's now 3-2.
Shut up.
Right. It's great.
So you think so you were quite surprised that people still remembered it. What about the current product? Do you think the current Family Robot product is good from what you've seen?
Well, that's the thing. So like with bringing Legends back, it's going to be such a trial to try and like. I'm not even going to be competing really, or not feel like it. All this really is a reunion series, and whatever turns up after that. Because sort of robots have gotten a lot better, camera quality has gotten a lot better, and everything like that. It's a completely different beast to what it was when it was me, you, Sam 64, American Killjoy, and so I guess you could call the second generation of fan-made Robot Wars producers.
Yeah.
It's a completely different game now. I think just with how good quality cameras are nowadays. Obviously, the pandemic's kind of helped since we had very little else to do.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. And yeah, just everything on that sort of tangent, really. And it's just gotten a lot. It has gotten a lot more. It looks a lot more professional than what it did when we started.
Yeah.
Let's say.
Yeah. Oh dear, yes, definitely so. I mean, a lot of us actually edit out our mistakes these days. We didn't do much of that back then.
Oh no, we did not. No.
So you were mentioning changes in quality. Have there been any upgrades to MRW as much as editing wise, or camera wise as well, etc., etc.?
I'm using my phone at the moment. My phone is a Sony Xperia 10, which can record in 60 FPS. So
that's good.
there's that. I also got like a cheap camera stand or a cheap phone stand from like eBay or whatever. It's only about £15 or something like that.
Yeah.
But essentially, it's just so I can then have it on there instead. Because I think before I had to use a bunch of elastic bands connected to a camera tripod.
Yeah, and at one point I think you also used blue tack until it kept, but the camera kept falling down. I think I remember you saying.
Yes, there was an even worse one where I had another phone.
Are we talking about the lag days?
No, just after the lag days. So it would have been
Oh,
Series 7. That weird
yes.
camera angle. I had to prop so many videos up to get the right height I needed. And then I had to tilt the phone specifically and then put a videotape in front of it and a videotape behind it. So it stayed in place. And that's how I did Series 7. And my God, it was a nightmare.
Oh, I can imagine. That would make me want to throw something out of a window.
It was the only thing I threw out the window was to kill a lot, but that's a different.
Oh, I remember that. That was great. Obviously,
I still think Roscoe Whitey did a better one though. Honestly.
Oh yes. Oh, I think we've got to do it, haven't we? Have we got to do it? I think we've got to do it. I'll let
oh
you
my
do
God, he hits the ball! Whoa!
Oh.
Ross, you're a legend for that alone.
I know he'll be listening to this as well. I know he'll be listening.
Oh
to
yeah,
this.
well, hi Ross, how you doing, mate?
Yeah. We love you, Ross.
Still about.
We love you, Ross. You're a lad. I mean, you've actually sent me a few, some sneak peeks of Legends, and yeah, from what I've seen, it's absolutely incredible. You've really upped the gamemanship yourself, and I really am excited to see it. Was it a challenge coming back for you? Because obviously, you've taken, like I said, apart from the 15-year anniversary, you took a 7-year break. I mean, was it difficult to get back into the mojo of it, or did you get back to it pretty quickly and easily?
Not really. Luckily, the gaming channel kind of carried it on with the sort of bombastic, loud sort of voice and everything. Like trying to either crack jokes or some of that. Just try and sort of be entertaining. So it was easy to get back into it, but it was the intensity that was the toughest bit. Because since the last time I did MRW, I've had 3 throat surgeries since.
Jesus, yeah. God.
So it doesn't sound the same as what it did back then. It was a lot better than it was back then, but the throat surgery said, your voice will change, and lo and behold, mine did. But I still think it's pretty good. One advantage I'd say is that I always used to do MRW episodes live with commentary. You could tell in some of the later series, like series 9 and 10, you could see so like a picture of, you can see like a video, like my face is being shown with these. These are still the same headphones I used back then. I still have them, and they're still working perfectly. And you could see, and my mouth is like maybe a little bit off the commentary, but it's there. So, but you can still see it. That I was doing live commentary, and I did that for 10 series, if you count Legends of Judgment 18, I guess. But yeah, now it's post commentary simply because of sort of the voice and everything like that. And also, I do mess up at some point or something like that. I can easily just delete it and do it again or something like that. Or if I can think of something else. So that's one advantage, at least, that I've been able to do. The issue kind of with that is, I guess, there's just a bit more time, but that's editing in a nutshell, really.
Yeah, it's always going to be the way with that. So I kind of have to ask this question, really. How many beers did Bill have during filming?
Well, the first one, yeah, quite a lot.
Well, he's getting paid again. He's been on the dole since, hasn't he? So of course he's getting paid again now. So he's at the pub every night.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, when it comes to Bill, I mean, I don't think this will be a spoiler, honestly, if I say it. But in this episode or in this series of Legends, Bill does get owned a few times. I don't think that's news, honestly.
No, it wouldn't be MRW without Bill getting owned.
Oh, exactly.
He takes bums better than Charles Robinson.
Everyone's, it's like all the most of the robots are coming back and everything. I think a lot of the community knows about it. Like when I did the first sort of live stream of MRW coming back, it's not. I don't blame him on this one, honestly, because I'd probably be the same thing if something I like was returning. But I wanted to sort of get a lot out about like how editing and what it's going to be like and things like that. And everyone was just there going, "Is Robot of War okay? How's Robolek? Is Galvin all right? How about Cyanic Blood? How's Warlord?" And it's like, Warlord's good. It kind of hijacked it, so I didn't really get the time to actually talk about it. But yeah, essentially, if you want to know the robots that have been retired, it's on the FMRW wiki on MRW. It'll show it. I think there's only 7. Honestly, it was a lot easier to say the ones that are retired in comparison to the ones that aren't.
And don't forget to check out the FMRW forum. Oh my god! I discovered that video of yours the other day on that. Jesus, that took me back a bit.
Oh god! Oh, was that the one where I was such an anorak that instead of calling it the Fan-Made Robot Wars forum, I called it the Masterath Robot Wars forum?
Yeah, and then there was the extra bit, and then you you made me, Sam, and Steve moderators. And then the picture for the moderator logo was a picture of you in the font.
Oh yeah,
those are the days.
That's about right. That was about bitch era time, I think. So yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Look, I was an arsehole like 2010. It wasn't the best.
We are
redeemed
all allowed,
afterwards, but yeah.
We are all allowed to be dicks once. In my case, many times. Okay, another serious one. Now, this one I genuinely do have to ask this one. I think I'd be hated if I didn't. Do you think this could potentially lead on to a potential Series 11?
Well, it honestly does depend. I mean, MRW is not going to be as frequent as what it was. I'm way too busy for that. When I was on furlough, that's fine. I could usually get an episode out in a week. But now I'm back to work and everything. It's not going to be a regular thing. So there are going to be breaks between series, and it might be the case where a series just doesn't turn up. So I'm essentially bookending each series.
Yeah.
So at the end of Legends Series 7, there's not going to be any trailer for a Series 11, possibly. But if there is going to be one, again, it's going to be the same process I've been doing with this one at the moment, which is I want to get as close to finished as possible before setting the release date.
Yeah.
I've only got 3 left to make in that time, which is going to be pretty easy to do.
Yeah.
So yeah, when it comes to that, I mean, Series 11, it'd be great. I would really enjoy doing a Series 11, but it's really all about the time.
Yeah.
If I've got the time to do that, I mean, a Series 11 would be easier to edit than a Legends episode. With how the editing goes and everything like that, it would be easier to do. So maybe I wouldn't rule it out. Let's say at this point, it very well could be that it doesn't happen. But whether it does or doesn't happen, I will let everyone know at that time.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Because, I mean, yeah, like you said, I mean, I remember you literally did Series 3 of Masterath Robot Wars, and then, like, I think 2 weeks later announced Series 4. It was just like, what?
That's only because I used Sick Puppies, You're Going Down, and I got really hyped on that song.
Yeah.
Like, I'm making a series with that.
Yeah. You know, and of course, back then you also, if I remember correctly, you would literally make each episode, then upload it, then make the next one, upload it. You didn't backlog, did you? You just literally would get on and do it, sort of thing. And at least at first, I think towards the end you started backlogging it because you got your job at Morrison's. But before that, I think.
Because I got that job in September 2013. But at that time, I was actively looking for quite a while.
Yeah.
But I've gone over the 18-year gap where you can get paid less for doing a job, so I had a bit of a tougher time.
Yeah.
Which a lot of businesses do. It's annoying. But yeah, I was always thinking of sort of ending it at 10, you know, and then the actual Road Wars series came back and got to 10, so it's like,
yeah,
got to do another one now, and I.
Yeah, well, yeah, because you wanted to. I remember you said your original idea was you wanted to match what happened with the original series, which was 7 series, and of course you did 3 more than that. And you're like, yes, and then of course, like you said, Robots came back. You're like, damn it, now I'm gonna, I can't have that.
All right, let's get to 12 then. Why not?
Yeah, why not, indeed. Meanwhile, in that amount of time, it's taken me that long to upload 1 episode because my upload schedule is shockingly bad. But there we go. Again, it's timing.
You've been doing it right recently. Couple of videos a week.
Yes, yeah. Robot Wars Guru is a lot easier to make than FMRW. People do. They think the FMRW was just easy. Trust me, it's not. Editing especially is horrendous with that.
Editing is the worst part of it.
Easy. Oh, easily. Yeah. Definitely so. Right, well...
Like, when you're either like making the robots or if you're like actually doing the combat or anything like that, that's the easy bit. That's the fun bit. Editing is the worst bit. And when series 10 was winding up, I did say on that video, why is Masterath quitting MRW in 2 weeks? That video and everything like that, which I recorded at like 5 in the morning for work.
Yeah.
And that one, I said, I just don't have the time to do it because it takes like 4 hours to edit a Masterath Road Wars episode. And I'm looking back on that and I'm there going, what a wuss you are. It takes Legends 11 hours to make a Legends episode, or to make a Legends episode in this series. They range from about 30 to 45 minutes long, depending on what it is. 3 tournaments, obviously the 3 big championships are all on the line, you know, as sort of regularly as possible. Yeah. Plus New Blood Championships. There was 8 episodes with Wildcard Warriors in it. Then the New Blood Championship had its own one, everything like that, you know. And, you know, some robots got upgrades as well, which I won't spoil which ones, but yeah, some of them did get quite nice upgrades, or in some cases, downgrades with some of them, but they were joke entries anyway.
So that's Warlord then. So another question. I'm not going to spoil anything when I say this, but you have shown me again some sneak peeks of some tasty-looking newcomers to this series, which we're excited about. Was it, again, going back to the build process, and again going back to a bit question earlier, was it difficult to get back into that as well? Because again, 7 years away, you know, it would take it out of anyone, surely.
Yes, it did. Because the first one I made, was not great looking in comparison. But then again, you know, like when the series comes out, people can try and guess which one I'm talking about, which is the best thing when it comes to that. But now it's what I like now is that I'm kind of not really able to right the wrongs, but more just sort of right some of the annoyances really with MRW with the New Bloods.
Yep.
To not have like so many flippers, which MRW kind of became. So it was kind of like Road War's original run, where everything became a flipper in Series 7, bar 2.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of variety with the New Bloods now. I'm not going to, as I said, I'm not going to spoil sort of what they are, but there are a few firsts with these New Bloods.
Ooh. And I think I know which one you're talking about. They are. I'm excited to see them in action because I haven't seen those ones yet.
Yeah, I mean, let's put it this way: the damage has been ramped up this series.
Yes.
The quality's been ramped up. You know,
Yes.
robots get upgrades and everything like that. There's, as I mentioned, there's 13 episodes that's going to be coming out of this. I mentioned that in like my April Fool's video that people thought was an April Fool's joke, and it's not. It is going to be 13 episodes, and at the moment,
nice double bluff.
From what
that,
I can
by the way.
see, oh yeah, it's always good the double bluff. Great, the double ruse. But yeah, from what I can see, and I'm very critical about my series. I always have been. Well, after the bitch era, I guess I always have been. But yeah, I can't find a bad one in the ones I've made so far. They've been good. There's just been some really nice moments in there.
Yeah. I mean, I remember there was one fight. I'm not going to spoil anything, but there was one fight that I did watch of it, and oh my god, man, that was so good.
Oh yeah,
absolutely incredible. Right, well, Chris Masterath, my good friend, that cuts it for this interview. Thank you very much for joining me. This has been an absolute pleasure to be able to do this with you again. I've missed you so much doing this. It was absolutely great fun. 5th of June, ladies and gentlemen. 5th of June. Make sure that you are in front of your computer. I don't care. There's a funeral you have to go to. Make sure you are there, ready to watch the return of Masterath Robot Wars Legends. Thank you. If you don't, I'll tell YouTube you abuse animals and your videos will get removed. Simple as that. Masterath, thanks very much for joining me, mate. Been a pleasure as usual. Take good care, man.
No worries, Anderson. Been a pleasure as well.
Alright, cheers, man. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.